also back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful. Oh, it don't get no more beautiful than that. Atlanta, Georgia. Today is September the 20th, 2024. So on today's video, I want to go over the review. I'm going to put the tailgate of the Tundra down here. And I want to go over the mower blades. I did a short yesterday. I showed you guys these mower blades. I'm going to show you these, and I'm going to show you this set right here. Now, mower blades, if you don't really understand, it's basically where the rubber meets the road. I have tested tons and tons and tons of mower blades, and you probably will need to do the same depending on what grass you cut. So I have found in this area, we cut really low between we'll cut between 1.75 and 2.5 inches, depending on if it's Bermuda or Centipede or Zoysia. Depending on what it is what we're going to cut it at. So I'm going to show you these blades right here are the blades that I got from Ryan at iGo Pro Lawn Supply. All right, these, I keep calling these experimental. These are the lawn crack blades. When I first saw them, if you notice how thin they are, right? Is the width. This is a regular copperhead blade that was on the other mower, but you see the difference in the width of the blades. So I'm like, that's really weird. I've never seen a blade that thin on a commercial mower. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to be objective and we'll put them on there. Wow, these blades really cut good. All right, so in Atlanta, for your basic lawn mowing in spring and summer, we prefer a medium lift blade. And the reason is, if you use a high lift blade on Bermuda, it will bring out the stringers. And I have done videos on this before. It will bring out these little pieces here, right? So you'll get these, and you're gonna inevitably get some of these just dead pieces of grass. But you don't need high lift to cut Bermuda. And if you use high lift to cut Bermuda, which is what I used to use on everything, it leaves those stringers all over the yard. The mower can't, they're so light and thin, it can't do anything with it. So you end up having to blow the whole yard off because you've got a nice green surface, the grass, and then you've got these stringers which are kind of manila colored, and it just makes the lawn look trashy. And I was thinking something was wrong with the mower and, you know, the blades and this, and I tried so many different blades, but I kept trying high lift blades. Well, I accidentally tried the Ballard gold hybrid blades. Not the Ballard, no. Those are high lift. Anyway, it was another blade, but it was medium lift. And then I didn't get the stringers. So that's just a tip. If you're cutting, excuse me, tall fescue and stuff like that, you need a high lift blade to help the blade stand up. But if you're cutting Bermuda, Zoysia, and Centipede for sure, because that's 99.9% of what we cut here, and weeds, then you don't need a high lift blade. Anyway, okay, so now in leaf season, yes, high lift is good because then it has a lot of suction for the leaves because you're just trying to mulch those up. So let's get back to the review. These blades right here are phenomenal. These right here are the only blades that I have ever used that will cut whole yard full of dandelions and not leave a single stringer. These blades and any other blades that I've ever used, let me show you, including the Ballard blades, they don't. I have regular, these blades came off of one of the trim stars. These are the factory blades. These are high lift. I've got some more Ballard blades there. They don't cut the dandelions, all of them. So a lot of times you got double cut. Not everywhere, but a lot of places. So these cut single pass for dandelions. So if you're going to run a blade specifically for spring, I would run these. These blades also do as good a job as these blades right here do for mulching. This is the rotary copperhead blades. This is very similar to the Ballard Ripper blades, but they're not the same. The angles of the teeth are different, the width's different. They're at a different, not only tilted angle, but up and down angle this way. And I've had people say, oh, they're just a rebadged. No, they're completely, totally different. Ballard Ripper blades, even though, see this, made in USA. I don't know where these are made. And I don't know where the Ballard blades are made either, because they are not stamped made in USA. I don't know. But the Ballard blades, they do not break apart like this. Now these blades right here have 98 hours on them. These have 91. I would have continued to run these if these had not come off. You see this, they're eroding, and it's because of the granite in our soil. Okay, it's extremely hard. And that one's broke off too. It's harder on blades even than sand. Granite is extremely hard. And because we cut low, it's exposed to, it's like sandblasting every time the mower's running. That's just getting sandblasted. And that's just the way it is. This surface right here starts to erode, but this has plenty. I could keep, if this part right here, if the lift part were okay, I could continue to just sharpen these and run them. These blades cut perfectly fine. Actually, these blades cut perfectly fine too. But this is going to be unbalanced now, and the lift on this is starting to really decrease. But they're still cutting. So I put a set of the Ballard Ripper blades on both the mowers yesterday, because we're getting into leaf season. Now I want to talk something about these blades right here, okay? These blades do an awesome job, if you have a chute blocker, of mulching up leaves. I did not think these would be any good. We did a lot of leaves, volume of leaves yesterday, more than we have been in the past couple of months, because as you can see, the trees are starting to turn just a little bit. A lot of the river birches are dropping the leaves, crepe myrtles, some of the other trees that are because of the drought we're having, not because of the temperature. So normally the leaves really don't start coming down till next month, October. But these did really good. I'm gonna say not quite as good as these, but it's extremely acceptable, okay, for mulching up leaves. Now, I don't know what these would do during heavy fall leaf removal. I guess I could put these back on later when we're in the midst of it, but these are super good blades. I highly recommend them. Now the question is, why did I not put another set on there? Well, let me explain why. The one thing that I don't like about these blades right here, for me, is they do not fit in my sharpener. Okay? This sharpener, this is the All-American sharpener. This is what I use to sharpen my blades. You stick the, I have an angle grinder right there. It's got a little pen. You stick it in there, and then you grind the blade. It works perfect. It's awesome. And I have this on a 2 cinder blocks. Instead of, I used to do it in here, but I take this and do it outside so it doesn't get dirt everywhere. So this is as far as it goes. See the problem? This doesn't hold. So what I have to do is I have to take this piece of angle iron and put this out, wedge it in there, and then put the blade in between there. That's no good. It's so no good that I'm not going to use these blades again. Now, if you have a regular grinder, like one that's got a stone wheel and it's just down in a slot, then you can use it. I love these blades. I really like these blades, but it increases my time for sharpening so long, and I can't get the angle right, because when I put that piece of angle iron in there and it's up against this here, the angle's not, it doesn't hold it as good as, like if I put this blade in here, this is a normal width blade. Okay, this holds it the way it's supposed to be, and the angle, you can adjust the angle, excuse me, back here. It's got a little gauge. But yeah, that's that is an ultimate, it's really a deal breaker for me. I don't understand why these blades are so thin. I don't know. As far as the width, the thickness, they're really thick. They're actually about the same as that, but unless I had a different grinder set up, it really does. And I sharpen these blades like every 8 to 10 hours. It really does add to a very long time. So that's not good. It doesn't work for me. So if you use the All-American sharpener, just keep in mind that you are going to have to, this is just a piece of angle iron. You're going to have to come up with a way to hold that blade in there. It's just the way it is. But I do highly recommend these blades. In fact, I'm gonna put Ryan's info or his iGo Pro Lawn Supply down in the description. They're really good blades, and I'm very pleased with them. I'm very happy with them. If I can get 100 hours out of a set of blades, which is 98 and some change, that's good. And they cut really good. They cut really good. Now, I don't have the large fescue yard anymore, so I don't know, excuse me, I can't comment on how good they do on fescue, but I'm sure they do just fine. But I can tell you they do good on leaves, they do good on Bermuda, centipede, and zoysia. So, they cut zoysia very, very nice. So I just wanted to make this update. I promised y'all I would do that when they got to the end of their service life. I will not be using these again. I don't like these blades. I think they're a little too brittle. So I'm gonna show you guys, I have a whole thing of blades in here. Let me see if I can find one of the Ballard Ripper blades. Okay, so this is a Ballard Ripper blade, okay? Now, the angle's different, the teeth are different. These slowly erode, almost like ice melting. I don't know why these, it's possible he could have hit something. But they do erode. So, excuse me, I'm sorry, my voice is, there's a lot of pollen. But these are the Ballard Ripper blades. And these are the Copperhead Rotary Blades. In fact, let's see. Yeah, they're the same width. But the angle is just completely different. So they're not the same. And I've run many sets of these. So that's that. If you guys have any questions about blades, especially if you cut, you know, the kind of grass that we cut, if you have any questions or anything like that, just put them down in the comments. I want to know what blades you run. That's the question of the day. At the end of the video, tell me what blades you run. Tell me what blades are working well for you. I would really like to know if you use a medium or high lift blade and what kind of grass you cut, because I think that if you will do a little experimentation, if you're having problems with certain types of grasses and stuff, not, you know, having a double cut and stuff, I think if you will, don't be afraid to try different blades, because that's the only way. I just accidentally found out about the medium lift. I know some people have asked also about the gold hybrid blades. I really like those blades, but the Ripper blades last longer than the hybrid blades, and they cut really good. So I'm just going to stick with that. In fact, I have another box of Ripper blades over there, but these will last us probably towards the end of the year. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. I hope that your day is as beautiful as this. And I will talk to you guys on the next video.